Alright guys, so today I'm going to try to get the bumpers on my wife's truck. The rear one I'm just going to throw on. The front one I'm probably going to have to just kind of... I'm going to use the paint that I used on the rear bumper. It's just a spray can for now. Eventually I plan on actually repainting both bumpers, whether it's the gray that they are or it's the color of the truck. I'm just trying to get them together for a parade that's coming up. I'm trying to get her truck together, my truck, more stuff done to it, and my Razor back together because I have a broken tie rod that's been broken since January, and I want to get some stuff powder coated on it. But I will show you the rear bumpers here soon. They're not terrible. They're kind of scratched up in some places. There's some place that needs touched up, but they're not terrible. Alright guys, so I have the bumpers out here. I wiped them down. Like I said, they're not in terrible shape. There are some spots where the paint is rubbed from the plastic cover, and there are some marks on them. But there's the passenger side one. You can see there's this scratch right here. I think there's a scratch right there too. Might be able to buff some of them out real quick, but there's a couple little marks on them. But like I said, I might be fully repainting these down the road. I just don't have time right now. I think I got a couple weeks to get everything together between her truck, my truck, and the side-by-side. And I'm waiting on parts for my side-by-side because I just ordered them last night. So I'm going to start getting the rear bumper taken off her truck now and start getting that bumper put on. And then the front bumper is definitely going to need repainted. It's not even a year old. Well, it was a year old, I guess, whenever I took it off the truck, her old truck, and it didn't take to the solder or anything real well. It's pretty rough. I'm pretty sure one of the LED cubes in the front bumper, I think one of them doesn't work. I don't think I have the exact match one to it, so I might hold off on fixing that right at the moment too, till I can get a set here. I might actually have a matching one, I gotta see, but I'll see what happens with that too. Alright guys, so first thing you're going to want to do is take your license plate off and pop this top plastic piece off here. That way you can get into all the bolts, because these are obviously two-piece bumpers, driver's side and passenger side. Well, three-piece if you want to include the plastic. But these you can either pop them up or you can squeeze the pins on the bottom and push them up. Whichever way you feel is better. You can reach on the back side to pop the trailer plug out and unplug it. You can pop your license plate lights out and unhook them, which I have LED ones off the old truck to put in here. Unplug, if you have sensors, unplug your sensors. Unplug, obviously, the outside sensors too, if you have them. And then I actually just found out about this. The wife hit the fence in the driveway. She didn't bother to tell me about it. But I'm gonna start taking the license plate off and get the front cover off, and then I'll show you where all the bolts are to get this bumper off. Alright guys, so it's the same on both sides. There is one towards the center step. Up top, there's two on this back side. I don't know if I can get the camera in there. You can see the back of the bolts. There's two of them there. I don't know if I can get the camera in there. There's one pretty much under the F-150 logo. And then straight below it, on the bottom, there's one. You don't have to worry about these ones. That's just a brace. They stay on the bumper. You just gotta get these two, and then the three on the other side. So there's 5 on each bumper half, and then it'll come off. And they're 13 millimeter. Alright guys, when you get the bumper off, it'll look like that. I want to get the Raptor style hitch because it's got the tow hooks in the back. And once I get the bumper on, you'll see it kind of looks a little off, because that's how it's supposed to be in the truck too. Because like, I think down here there's tow hooks, and on this truck there isn't. But to take this hitch off, there's like 3 nuts on each side, and it comes off. I'd like to get it and get it powder coated. I forget what they cost, though. I looked into it before and never did it. But I would like to take it off and get it powder coated. But these sensors fine to stay. Pretty much all you do, push out on each side and push the sensor up from the inside or from the outside, and it'll come up out with the grommet and everything. And then essentially all you do is there's little tabs on each side. Push in on them and it should pop down out. Might have to use a screwdriver if they're a little tough, but they should just push in and fall out. Then you just do the opposite to put it back in. And I know when I put these on the other truck, I had to do it. I had to steal this speed nut, or any of them you could steal, and put them on this piece here, because I don't know if the Raptor hitch may be set up different, which I believe it is. I believe it has a speed nut on the bottom here, and the bolts go in from this side, but the bumper is different on this truck, and I actually kept the speed nuts off the old truck, and I just never changed them. So that's the part I said will look a little goofy whenever it's on the truck. You'll notice it. But I'm gonna get the sensor put into this bumper and start reassembling it. Alright guys, I'll show you those in a second. So got the bumper on, got the cover on. So you see my outside sensor wire still hanging down, which you actually have to there's a, let's see if I can find the hole that'll go into that hole. You actually have to undo that to put that bracket in. So these wires are just a hair short to reach out to these sensor holes, because those ones are a little closer. So you have to extend these wires, not long, but a little bit. Not a big deal. Just add a couple inches to them. So I'm gonna do that, and then I can plug it in. Not a big deal. But these are the LED license plate lights. I had them on the old truck. I think I got them from American Trucks. That's the brand name. But yeah, I got them from American Trucks. They fit 15 to 20. They probably have other years. The ones I have on my Ram, they're similar to these. I got them off Amazon. They're actually cheaper. They're actually really bright. I mean, when you have the backup camera and stuff on, you definitely notice them. Because I remember that on my truck, they're bright. The other truck didn't have a backup camera, but they're definitely pretty bright. But I'm going to extend those wires and get them plugged in so that the sensors aren't alarming. Alright, so this is the driver's side. You can see the wires I added in there. Soldered them in, heat shrunk them. I'm going to wrap them in some tape and stuff, and then I can plug them in. I still got to do the driver's or the passenger side yet, but quick, simple fix. didn't take too much time. But yep, that's all you pretty much have to do. Alright guys, so bumper's on. I finished extending those wires, and you can see what I mean on the sides there, how that hitch is a little funky. Like I said, there's usually tow hooks on the Raptor hitch, where this does not have that. That's why eventually I want to get the Raptor hitch to do away with that ugliness there. Eventually this will get dual exhaust like the other truck had, and I'll have the 4-inch tips on there, and they won't be black. I think I'm going to powder coat them the same color as the powder coat on this truck, which is let me get the light bar, which is filthy, which is this fairy dust teal color, which I actually got to start pulling parts off that truck and powder coating them. I'm going to do the factory tip for now. I believe I'm going to pull the metal brackets from the running boards, do them. I'm going to pull the factory tow hooks, do them, which I'm changing this front bumper out. As you can see, it looks like crap anyways. I'm going to put the Raptor bumper on the front of it. Eventually it's going to get a Raptor grill. Obviously the flares are going to be different. It needs washed. That's, as you can see, I took the stripes off of it, but still needs the lift kit, wheels and tires yet. But bumper's on. I'll show you here in a second that the sensors work fine. No lights or anything from extending them. Alright guys, so there's no lights on. I'll show you here when I back into the driveway. That's the focus. Rear parking aid. Backup camera works. Yep, you can already hear the sensors dinging. But yeah, extending them doesn't hurt them. Like I said, I just use scrap wire I had laying around. That's why I keep it around. But I gotta get the front bumper and stuff done next, which I'll show you why I gotta redo that one. Alright guys, so here's the front bumper off the truck. And I don't know if you guys can see it. You can see it starting to rust, paint's chipped off of it on the top. I think on the passenger side it's the same way. Yeah, it's rusted there too. But I think on the bottom side of it, I don't know if I can get a good shot on it. Yeah, you can see it's flaking off pretty good. There's some bubbles starting in it. This thing, like I said, was only in the truck maybe a year. There is a little bit of work I do have to actually do to this bumper. If you see this light does not mount straight, something's up with this bracket. It's pushed forward for some reason. It was like that when I got it, because it's supposed to sit flush like this one, and you can actually see the bolt head on this side. So there's something up with it, and I didn't realize it till I had it on the truck, and I just kind of left it that way. But when I have time, I'm gonna probably when I actually repaint it, I'm gonna maybe cut it off, slide it back, roll it back on, and fix it the right way. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think this light works. It's either that one or this one. It's probably the one that's missing the screw. But I know one of them quit working on us. Like I said, I might have one on the shelf that resembles these lights, so I might be able to replace it. I'm not sure. Have to look. But like I said, I got like 2 weeks, I think, to get her truck together. I'm just getting the bumpers on, getting some powder coating done. I got some more powder coating to do on my truck. And then I gotta get the tire rods on my buggy. I want to, well, let's walk over there. Let me button up the shed and then I'll go over to my buggy. Alright, so obviously it needs a bath, but it can barely move. So there is no inner tire rod on here because it's laying underneath where I have all my tools at. So I had it out in January for my birthday. Snapped the tire rod and had to drag it back to the trailer. We pulled the whole winch out, got to put that back in. But I want to pull my bead locks apart, and I want to powder coat those. The rings are going to be orange, same orange as on my truck. The wheels are going to stay black. Tire rods are going to go orange. Actually, a lot of stuff on this is going to go orange, but for time being, just tire rods and the beadlock rings are going to go orange. And if I have time to do anything else, I'll do them. But I got to pull the whole front end apart, put my winch back in, because for some reason this was literally just shoved in there. It's a rough country, I think 4,500 pound winch, and it pulled right out. Other than that, I just gotta clean it up and get it ready to go. Maybe put air in that tire. Other than that, I think it should be good to go. Alright guys, so that's probably going to be about it for this video. The next video's not going to be more on the F-150. It'll be my Ram. Going to be doing just a little under the hood dressing up. It's going to be a short video probably. Here's a little sneak peek. Yes, that is a new fuel filter cap for it. Powder coated orange. Like I said, it's going to be a short video. I'm just going to do a little dressing up. No, it's not going to be the EGR Delete kit, because I still don't even have that ready yet. It's still sitting here in a box, not ready. That's a stupid baffle out of the intake. I finally took that out. But, stupid roof. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Stay tuned for more side-by-side F-150 and the Ram. Thank you for watching.